when we do stuff that's a little out of the norm, it's still grounded. Like everything that we're doing is grounded in truth.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a comedy, just crazy happens.
Hi, I'm Quinta Brunson, and this is EW's Around the Table with the cast of Abbott Elementary.
Stop.
Welcome back. This is an excellent school, and your children are learning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it is right.
Single file line, most flammable kids first.
What's happening?
I'm just so happy to be back. Do you work here? This is embarrassing for you.
Did coming back so much later change how we do what we do? I would say for maybe a half a day, maybe one day, we were a little rusty. I think you said, we just shook the rust off. And we were all in a scene together, which was awesome. And as soon as it clicked and we were like, got the timing back, we were like, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
So it took like a day just because it had been so long.
You go out in the world and you do a bunch of other things, and then you have to get back into your character and remember to bring them, back in this school. So that was interesting for me. I had to really find Janine again, especially because some things have changed. So, yeah.
Took me 2 days.
I forgot to do my accent.
Yeah.
Almost the entire first day. I was like, oh no. I'd have to go back to it.
For me, it was sort of like I missed all of us being together. And we have a certain timeline where we know where I'm going to see all of these people together. And I missed them all. And it was just such a state of longing. And then once I got back on the set, I was just so happy. Even though everything we went through to get back on stage, it was worth it for generations to come. Oh my God, I was so happy to see my cast.
Yeah.
That's
something about seeing everybody together just made you kind of just relax. Okay, I'm home.
Yeah.
That's when the rust fell off. It feels like.
Yeah.
It was like everyone, we had like individual scenes leading up to it, and it was just out of rhythm. And then we had one all together.
And the Teacher's Lounge?
Teacher's Lounge.
Yeah. Those are always my favorite scenes too.
The first scene I felt all together again was actually in the library.
It was the library.
That's what I said.
It was the library.
But the library was the one.
I know.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
But that's when our rhythm was just a little behind. And we were like, okay, get on it. But Randall was directing. He was like, let's go.
Yeah.
But when we were all together, it was just like, oh my God, I got jelly belly. I was like, oh, this is so
Jelly belly.
Jelly belly, when you get all.
Yeah. I know now. Jelly belly.
Like you said, we did other projects as well.
Yeah.
And then those sets aren't like our set.
Girl,
And then you spend the whole time going, I want to go back to
You guys did other stuff?
Yeah.
Next question.
I cannot stand any more of this new Ava, and you are a very powerful tool.
All these rules are so hard.
Here's a rule. Put your arms away, Jeremy Allen Black.
The first one was getting to know the characters. Second season was digging into their lives. And it feels like now we're going into what's complicated about their lives.
Yes.
It feels like
good,
we're
Tyler.
running into, okay, where do because everyone's life is complicated.
Yes.
to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
Yes.
I think it's the complications of running and working at Abbott Elementary.
Well, I know I already said to Quinta that just based on the table reads, I'm continually surprised about what's going to happen. It's not
Expected.
It's not expected. It's not like a formulaic. Even though it's a sitcom, you would think, oh, now this is when this would happen in the timeline, and it's something else, and the something else isn't something I would have guessed either. So I like that.
Yeah. And people, I think, will like it, and then they'll also be like, it'll make them feel a little uncomfortable because they're like, no, in sitcoms, this is supposed to happen. This is what but right from the beginning, Quinta made a point. She was like, I can't let it get too comfortable. You people can't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
And that was purposeful, and it keeps it really interesting.
I'm just excited about some of the pairings we made this year, like stuff that I just think people aren't going to expect. I think we got a little sillier. Like, I love being a comedy even more so this year. I love being like a comedy. And so it was fun to just get silly.
When we do stuff that's a little out of the norm, it's still grounded. Like everything that we're doing is grounded in truth.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a comedy, just crazy happens.
I come to school every day happy because I get to see you and have a friend like you. And I cannot lose that friend. But maybe I am selfish. And if I need to be right now, then I don't want to wind up hurting you. It's you. And if we did this, then it would be...
Something real.
Yeah.
I understand.
Janine's selfish choice was an unselfish
It was
choice.
an unselfish choice.
I actually do agree with that. I do. I actually do. I think there's like something to knowing where you are and what time in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
not...
think she knows where she is?
She's aware of where she
You
is.
think?
But that's the point.
She's
How
not
you
in
gonna go
control
anywhere?
of where she is, and it feels shaky, but I feel
Okay.
like she's aware of where she is.
Let me say something that sounds real smart. How's she gonna know
Wow.
where she going if she doesn't know where she is? That's why she didn't want to start the...
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The serious.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
That's
She
my
felt
point.
hard.
She knew that if she
That's my
went there,
point.
if she went there, that's where she was going to stay. I'm going to meet someone this young, and this is going to be it.
He would have also been a rebound.
Yes, fair enough.
There's something really
And when
mature
we say
about
he,
knowing I would just only bring chaos into your life.
But why? That means she really likes you.
Those are the real chaos
Really?
agents.
You
Those are
would
the real
bring
chaos.
chaos into her life.
No,
You're like
no, it
the
would be the
steady
opposite.
guy
Yeah.
ever.
Yes, but then there's something to knowing that like we're not in the place for that yet.
I think it's
I
fun
think
that
I
we're
need
a
separated
little
by
chaos
the
in your
shippers
life.
and the
Yeah.
non-shippers.
Yes.
I think
you
there's...
might need a little chaos in your life.
Wow.
So we know how Stan feels.
I know.
When Janine said that, Sheryl was sitting next to me and she went,
She does that all the time.
I believe in those two.
Oh, well,
I
know
think
you
that
can do
there
that.
is something
You can't do
there.
that.
You cannot do that.
Cheryl Lee Ralph playing the part of American audience.
Yeah.
But okay, there it is, because I believe in the two of them. They're young, they're immature, and I still say this, if they would get into some relationship therapy, if they would get
Oh my
into some
gosh.
individual therapy, they might make a wonderful couple.
I don't know if it's just that I've been hanging out with Jacob too long, but I really feel like these characters are just so important to him. And so I think he believes fully in what you're doing and the decision that she makes to step back. It feels really
you were Janine's
honest.
friend first.
But the guys, the bro thing, the bro code, they...
I think he takes it a day at a time. I think he's really hoping that these people who are
think
so,
you do too.
important to him will end up together, but I don't think he would ever, meddle.
So how'd it go? Great. We just moved in like 15 minutes. It's kind of creepy, actually.
No, I'm talking about Janine.
Oh, well, I asked if we could talk, and she moved her kids to the other room, so that's that, I guess.
Gregory and Jacob's relationship was the thing that I was most excited about at the end of season 2, because it was one of the things that I think I was just as surprised about as the audience was. We had read all the scripts, but I didn't even realize this is where we were building to until we got to that final script. And I was like, oh, this is what this is. So going into season 3, I think I was really excited because it's the first time Gregory has somebody to talk things out with regarding the Janine situation. There's very little you can do with stuff that you just can't say. He now has a sounding board to say that with. So that's that relationship for me was like crucial, and I was really excited to come back and play with that.
I just think it's a rich storyline, and I mean I love playing with all of you so much, but we've gotten to do some of these like really long 2-person scenes, and I just find that so enjoyable.
Quinta was talking about that earlier, about the different pairings that you can do.
Yeah.
And there's each pairing is so unique.
Yeah, it's like instruments. It's like what
it
happens
is.
when you put this person with that person.
Those and they're really fun.
I like you, Janine. I have feelings for you. And
Watch it! Alien!
They thought I was a monster. After the whole CPAP thing, they were so disturbed. I think she's probably gonna have to do some damage control on herself. I think there's something going on there that she's got to come to terms with, and it seems like we're leaning to, is this woman as perfect as she seems, or where are the cracks in her character? Does she recognize it and come to terms with it, or does she ignore it and carry on? And each one of those things come with great consequences.
We never want to create a storyline or a scenario where it's like we throw all of her goodwill out the window. And those are really cool characters to write, because some of my favorite characters are characters like Iron Man. He is a hero. But has flaws, and it's exciting to find those flaws, explore them, and still have that person save the day. And that to me is how Barbara feels a lot, like without wanting to, like, it's still a comedy, right? We don't want to go and get some real dark, heavy stuff.
But like she's confronting stuff all through last season she did that had to do with starting with the finale of season 1, where she's like, maybe I should retire. And then there's like, maybe, you know, I'm getting older and dealing with different things that I'm used to dealing with. So that brings new challenges. Boy, how do I know it? And in the fire incident, you were dealing with something that was like, I'm trying to juggle too many balls, and then admitting that was something that you confronted. So that's always, to me, the most interesting stuff.
Nurse Makaya, we on fire. Hey, girl. Shanae, hit me with one of those cookies. That's your new recipe, right?
Yeah, went to Aldi instead of Acme.
Okay.
If I didn't love Shanae so much, I would be jealous of her cookie success. Ava really knows how to work a room.
I like that even though Ava is Ava, it's revealed that she keeps the school running. At the end of the day, you might not like her methods, but ain't nothing happening without her pushing it forward. You know,
she's unorthodox.
She gets
methods.
a little extra for herself on the side. That's just what.
Oh my God.
she also
Yeah.
benefits in some
like
way.
Yes. Yes.
But everybody eats.
But even, you know, since Janine came into the picture, even the teachers that were used to Ava, who knew who Ava was, like our characters who've been around forever, who were like, ugh, every single response to Ava was, you know, here she is doing the thing that's going to wreck the school again. And since then, I think there's a realization, and like, we need her for this stuff. Melissa recognizes a warrior. Like, this is somebody who knows how to make stuff happen. Yeah. That's Melissa.
We like when we get to get them to scam together. It's fun.
Yeah.
You have two different versions of scamming.
That's right.
Yeah. And when we can, there's one
one's
moment.
going to go to jail, one's going to go to prison.
Yeah.
She's talking misdemeanor versus felony.
Ava realizes that she's in a place to learn, not just about herself, but about everything else. And sometimes, you know, when you look at that person and you think, do they really realize how good they are? It's like in her core, I think Ava is starting to see, I can do this. I can really be the best at this, even though everybody thought I couldn't. And you can see that little glimmer of that in her.
She can really be the thing she's been pretending to be.
Yeah. It just feels like, you know, since you're staying here, it feels like you had told me if you were going to be leaving. You should, okay, sorry, Mom. I'll make sure to check in next time. Please. Like Mom ever cared about where we were going.
Yeah, we really took advantage of that.
Yeah, you did.
Might Ayo and Taraji be back? Yes, that's a huge yes. We love them. They love us. They're both busy people now.
Busy.
Very busy people. And
we've made their careers explode.
Clearly. The Abbott Factor.
The Abbott Factor. No, yeah, I mean, we have definitely have plans to bring them back for Janine. It's really helpful to see her family. I think it really helps paint the picture of who she is.
Of why.
Of why.
Oh my God.
And so I'm excited about an episode this season that, you know, I hope can happen. Taraji's very sweet and has told me very personally she will move mountains, but I don't think she understands how many mountains she
would have to move.
I don't think she really gets it. So if it works, you know, it's like, well, girl,
scheduling.
Yeah.
But they're good problems to have.
Very good problems to have. And same thing with Ayo.
She's like a movie star or something.
Yeah, it's like, you might. Same thing with Ayo,
things.
but if we can get them, we love it. But I am so excited about some of the guest stars we have with us this season already, who I just don't think people are going to see coming.
I wanted Solange to come in and play Gregory's sister. But we've established that Gregory doesn't have any siblings now.
Sorry.
Someone edit together a photo of myself, Orlando Jones, and Solange, and then you'll get it.
You'll get it. It's like the same face, copy and paste.
Yeah.
Bring Marla Gibbs in as my mama.
We've talked about this silliest people playing your mom. Like, we were like, what if his mom was like Niecy Nash? Like, it's not like, I know, because we were like, clearly she's younger, but we're just not going to talk about it.
Your stepmom.
We really have to reel it in when we talk about Mr. Johnson.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's kind of,
I mean, Dad was working then.
I love Daniel Radcliffe. He's a very good, sweet guy, friend of mine. And for some reason in the room, we were like, what if Daniel Radcliffe was Mr. Johnson's son? And there's no rhyme or reason. It's so dumb.
I love it.
And not like Daniel Radcliffe has something like Daniel Radcliffe is your son.
Joe Pesci is Melissa Schemmenti's father.
Oh, that's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fun.
100%.
That's very good.
100%.
All
right, that's
I would like Diana Ross. No. Oh, well, she okay. I would like
Miss Ross.
I don't think these are bad pictures.
That's
I
my glamorous mother that I've always tried to impress.
Ooh.
This happened last time we were sitting down with Buddy. A bunch of good pitches come out of this.
Yeah.
And then,
Season 3 was born at this table. I don't know. Meryl does TV now.
That's a good one.
For the stars.
That's good. Yeah.
Pedro. Is it Pedro?
Pascal.
Oh, yes.
Pedro's the best. He's a sweetie pie.
He was very nice.
He's a sweetie pie.
Very
She loves Abbott. I can see that. Yeah.
What about Pretty Jesus? Pretty Jesus.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Cheryl.
Jacobs.
You know he looks
Also,
like Pretty Jesus.
Stan just pitched that Halle Berry could be Mr. Johnson's girlfriend.
I love it.
I went to Harvard this summer. I've learned what it truly takes to do the job of a principal.
Break it up, slackers. I got cameras all over this joint.
She must be stopped.
Yeah, trying out cursing, see how it goes.
Thank you for watching Around the Table with the cast of Abbott Elementary. Check out season 3 on ABC February 7th.
Yeah.